Today I wanted to share a favorite little route just outside Burlington. It's a short loop off Shelburne Road, but it's one of those rides that always feels worth the turn. The road quality is good, the bends are nice and sweeping, and right when you start down Bostwick Road, you get this beautiful open view out toward the Adirondacks. Then, a little farther along, the scenery shifts into fields and apple trees, and it just becomes a really easy ride to settle into. It's not a huge expedition or anything, that's kind of the point. It's just a neat little excursion when you want a scenic detour on the way through Shelburne. Riding here, you're in Shelburne, down in Chittenden County, just south of Burlington. Shelburne is a town of 7,717 people, and even though it's close to the busier parts of the Burlington area, it has a very different feel once you get onto roads like this. It opens up quickly: fields, orchards, big sky, and those broad western views that make this stretch so memorable on a bike. Shelburne was established in 1763, and like a lot of Vermont place names, the exact naming story people repeat most often points back to a British title from that era. I'd rather keep it simple than pretend there's more certainty than there is, but the name definitely has deep colonial era roots. What stands out today isn't just the name, though, it's the setting. Shelburne is well known for Shelburne Museum, of course, and that's probably what a lot of people think of first, but there's a lot more to the town than that. Shelburne Farms is a huge part of the character here too, with its landscape, working farm setting, trails, and all that preserved open land that gives this area such a distinct look and feel. Even if you're not stopping, you feel the impact of those big protected spaces while riding through. They help keep this corridor scenic and spacious, and that really changes the experience from just passing through another suburban edge town. That's one of the reasons this Bostwick Road turn is so appealing. You come off Route 7 and almost immediately it feels calmer. The pace changes. The road starts pulling you away from the main traffic, and suddenly you're in one of those little pockets that reminds you why riding back roads in Vermont is so satisfying. There's this nice panoramic moment looking west, especially when the light is right, where the Adirondacks seem to sit right on the horizon. Then the road carries you down past fields and orchard land, and it becomes less about destination and more about just enjoying the flow. Shelburne's got that balance a lot of riders appreciate. It's accessible, it's close to Burlington and South Burlington, and yet it still gives you these very rural feeling moments only a few minutes off the main road. Really, that's the charm of it. You don't need to plan an all-day ride to get something scenic and memorable. You can just peel off onto a road like Bostwick and get a solid little dose of Vermont landscape. And beyond the museum and the farms, that landscape itself is a draw. The open agricultural land, the mountain views to the west, and the quiet network of side roads all make this area fun to explore at an unhurried pace. It's especially nice on a motorcycle because the road doesn't need to be dramatic to be enjoyable. Good pavement, gentle sweepers, changing scenery. That's enough. Sometimes that's better than chasing some famous road everyone already knows. As for the museum and Shelburne Farms, they do more than just give people places to visit. They help shape the identity of the town. They bring people in, support local activity, and, maybe just as importantly for a ride like this, they help preserve the sense of place. When a community has institutions and landscapes that people really value, it can help protect the look and feel of the area over time. You notice that from the saddle, even if you're not putting it into words while you're riding. So as we head south through this stretch towards Charlotte and eventually back to Route 7, this is really what I wanted to show. Just a simple, beautiful back road break from the main route. Nothing complicated, nothing overly long, just one of those roads that keeps calling to you when you pass by. And honestly, once you've taken it a couple times, it's hard not to think about it every time you're heading through Shelburne. Alright, that was a quick one, but it's a route I really wanted to share. There are a bunch of other side roads back here worth exploring too, and that's part of what makes this area so fun to ride. But if you just want an easy, scenic detour, Bostwick Road is a great little pick. If you've got a favorite road to cruise in Shelburne, let me know. I'm always up for checking out a new route.